Welcome to National Focus. I'm Jarna Hector. Coming up, the Employment Minister says he is proud of the NEP, a message of hope from the Petite Savanne MP to his constituents, and more funds have been received for Dominica's reconstruction. Stay with us for details of these and other stories after this.
Introducing the Government of Dominica Internal Directory mobile app, available for download from the Google Play Store, One Mobile Market, and the Government of Dominica's website. Access to all ministries and sub-departments' phone, email and office addresses and websites. Simply select a ministry and the sub-department. You can dial directly from the app or save the numbers to your phone contacts. It's convenience at your fingertips.
Is my passport ready for pickup? Good. It really works.
Download the Government of Dominica Internal Directory mobile app today.
Thanks for staying with us. Government has received more funds for the island's recovery following Tropical Storm Erica. Dominica's Canada-based Trade and Investment Commissioner Frances Del Sol presented a check of 75,000 Canadian dollars to the Honorable Acting Prime Minister and Acting Minister for Social Services, Justina Charles, on Tuesday.
It actually is my pleasure to be here today to present the proceeds of a significant effort that we did in Toronto, which is a collective of all Dominican organizations and Friends of Dominica. We worked extremely hard following the demise of Tropical Storm Erica. We came together as a collective, and the contribution was overwhelming. The generosity from Canadians and Dominicans really exceeded our expectations, and it gives me great pleasure to assist in the rebuilding process for Dominica, and it's something that we expect to continue in the future.
The acting Prime Minister says she is pleased with the overwhelming support from the diaspora in the rebuilding efforts. Honorable Charles thanked Del Sol for her efforts.
Ms. Del Sol, please extend our heartfelt thanks to all our brothers and sisters in the diaspora, but more specifically, we want to thank the Commonwealth of Dominica Ontario Association, all its collaborators who join in this post-Erica relief program. Today, I say hats off to you, Ms. Del Sol, for leading the cause and for your continued demonstration of true patriotism. We applaud the many volunteers who worked tirelessly along your side in this worthwhile venture. I assure you that every cent of this donation will be put to the best use and every cent will be fully accounted for.
Following the passage of the storm, Del Sol also facilitated a donation of food and medical supplies valued at over $150,000. She also presented a check of $5,000 to the Chances Home and $5,000 to the Grotto Home for the Homeless. In other news, the Honorable Minister for Trade, Energy and Employment, Ian Douglas, has reported on a successful year of activities in his ministry to boost trade, explore renewable energy, and execute government's mandate to provide training and employment for Dominica's youth. As Minister for Trade, Honorable Douglas recounted his ministry's efforts throughout 2015 to stimulate activity.
We just received funding from the Caribbean Development Bank for the implementation of a project which will boost trade and build the capacity in the export sector. The CDB has also approved $300,000 to build capacity for effective consumer protection and fair trade in Dominica. By January 2016, the two multipurpose pack houses will further stimulate trade in the agricultural sector by providing certifiable, efficient handling, packaging and storage facilities for local produce to meet the standards and requirements of all foreign markets.
The ministry also established a market support program to help farmers in the production of dasheen, plantain and hot peppers. The Trade Minister assured that his ministry will continue to provide market opportunities by engaging in activities that will increase the trade of goods and services on regional and international markets. Honorable Douglas says the National Center for Testing Excellence will get an upgrade in 2016 to further boost the agriculture and manufacturing sectors. The introduction of new equipment will result in modern testing, which is expected to improve the trading standards of importers and exporters. Meanwhile, Honorable Minister for Commerce, Enterprise and Small Business Development, Rosalind Paul, is stating that despite losses in 2015 due to Tropical Storm Erica, her ministry is committed to doing all within its power to address the setbacks.
Like other ministries and government departments, the Ministry of Commerce, Enterprise and Small Business Development, in the face of challenges posed by the impact of the storm, was forced to reprioritize and re-strategize. The Ministry of Commerce has undertaken assessment of loss among the business sector and will provide some support to micro-enterprises and a facility that will to some extent ease restoration of affected businesses. There is also great concern over the major effects on our various sectors, on the manufacturing industry, and on the loss of livelihoods. But even in the face of such challenges, rest assured of the government's commitment to do all within its power and limits of its resources to addressing these adversities.
She also listed some of the achievements resulting from government interventions in her ministry.
Financial support to the tune of $581,807 to 97 micro and small business owners across various sectors. 108 small, micro and small business owners in the North and South also benefited from specialized business management training workshops. A small business research mapping and database project to enable the ministry to gain insight as to the status and needs of small businesses in Dominica, to have a visualized map showing the location of all of these MSMEs, and to better direct our technical support program. The project provided short-term employment and hands-on experience to some 15 Dominica State College students and staff of the CREATE Institute at the Dominica State College. Rural enterprise centers in Granby, Siniku, and Pebush are in operation, and some 30 persons have been impacted directly from this initiative.
She also included a small business development center program which is ongoing in partnership with the Organization of American States to establish centers for business counseling and mentoring. A tripartite network system is also under development involving private entrepreneurs, government departments, and the Dominica State College. Additionally, a draft micro, small, and medium enterprise policy is set to be submitted to Cabinet shortly. Honorable Paul noted that the Ministry of Commerce is looking forward to even greater accomplishments in 2016.
The Government of Dominica, and in particular the Ministry of Commerce, through its mandate, remains committed to implementing policies and programs to direct, enable, support and strengthen industrial and enterprise development and increase commerce that will enable a higher level of competitiveness, economic growth and sustainable development. The Ministry of Commerce, Enterprise and Small Business Development, through collaborative and coordinated effort, continues to play a pivotal role in the commercial sector in Dominica, which is dominated by small, micro and medium enterprises, totaling about 5,000 enterprises across various sectors and accounting for over 65% of employment and about 51% of annual GDP.
In more news, the Honorable Minister for Employment, Ian Douglas, says the National Employment Program, which was initiated by government in 2013, has to date employed 1,499 Dominicans. In his end-of-year address to the nation, he gave a detailed report.
There are 1,113 interns presently engaged in the program. More than 50 persons have been able to secure permanent employment, and another 34 have been placed on the 50-50 arrangement, where the employers pay half of the intern's salary and the government meets the other half. Another 120 persons have been transitioned out of the program to permanent employment with other organizations or for further studies abroad. We are proud of this program, and we will continue to enhance and expand the program as we continue to increase the investments in this and other employment initiatives.
The Honorable Minister expressed gratitude to public and private sectors for their partnership with government to provide employment and training for Dominica's youth. Of equal importance in government's quest to reduce unemployment is the apprenticeship program.
Our apprenticeship program is another of our initiatives which have alleviated the employment needs of our communities all over Dominica. We have touched all sectors of the society, from hospitality and tourism, to sewing and garment making, to stone cutting and construction, to small engine repairs and boat building, to arts and craft, to metal work and ballista making, to boat and fish pot building.
He announced that in 2016, poultry and vegetable production will be added to the program. You're watching National Focus. More when we return.
It is time to break the silence. Child abuse is one secret you should not keep. For more information on child abuse or to report suspected cases on child abuse, contact the Social Welfare Division on 33 Great Marlborough Street or call 266-3020 or 266-3080.
Welcome back. A heartfelt message for the people of Petite Savanne as the Honorable Parliamentary Representative Dr. Kenneth Daru presented his Christmas message. Petite Savanne will be remembered as the community worst hit by Tropical Storm Erica. 30 people lost their lives that morning. The community, which was completely evacuated after the storm, was subsequently declared unsafe. Honorable Daru addressed the nation with mixed emotions.
Oh, what a difference a year makes. Because just 12 months ago, we were celebrating another convincing and resounding Labour Party victory at the polls. And you, my dear people, were celebrating another victory of yours truly to represent you in the Parliament of the Commonwealth of Dominica for a further 5 years. And as I face what is proving to be my greatest political challenge yet, I sincerely hope that you too can look to join me in looking towards the great celestial sphere to seek guidance and peace of mind through these trying times, and to seek God's mercy for a speedy recovery and closure to this catastrophe that has befallen us.
Dr. Daru has been the elected Member of Parliament for the Petite Savanne constituency since 2009. The Petite Savanne MP describes this challenge as the biggest in his political career, having witnessed the sweat and toil of hardworking Dominicans wash away in just a matter of hours. However, he says he is not daunted.
Call me the eternal optimist, but I'm of the firm conviction that where there's life, there's hope. And I want to reassure you that my spirit is strong. Our spirit is strong. And though at times the sheer magnitude of this tragedy and of the task ahead can make the weak flesh weary, we are Dominica strong. We are Petite Savanne strong. And we will not be daunted. And because so many depend on us, giving up is not an option.
His plea to the people of his constituency is to remain strong and to know that neither he, as their parliamentary representative, nor the Labour Party government will forget them.
Your government post-Erica has not been idle, and already we have seen the commencement of a number of houses to accommodate the displaced residents of the Duby community, and we are hoping to complete this resettlement by the end of the first quarter of next year. We have identified a potentially suitable location in the Bellevue-Chopin area to relocate my Petite Savanne compatriots, and we are currently in the process of putting all checks and balances in place and ensuring that all the relevant surveys and studies are done before the final purchase. And coincidentally, a long-awaited CDB Basic Needs Trust Fund Bellevue Water Project is set to take off, which will eradicate the potable water woes that the residents of Bellevue-Chopin have been suffering, and of course, timely to accommodate the proposed new settlement.
He solicited their cooperation and confidence in his abilities as they continue to pray for complete restoration. Honorable Daru also used the opportunity to thank the many who supported his constituents from day one. from evacuating the communities to providing food, clothing, shelter, and to words of comfort and encouragement to those who lost loved ones and property.
Even as the tears from mourning the loss of many of our loved ones begin to dry up, and even as the recovery and rebuilding process continues in earnest, and even as we begin to glimpse a silver lining behind this mammoth dark cloud that hovers above us, I would like to ask you to stay strong, stay together, and more importantly, stay close to God, for indeed, He will see us through this tragedy, and Petite Savanne will rise again, Dubic will rise again, Dominica will rise again.
Ian Pina, the Honorable Minister for Public Works and Ports and MP for the Soufriere constituency, is thanking his constituents for a good year in the face of adversity, particularly during the passage of Tropical Storm Erica. The Honorable Minister was giving his 2015 Christmas address.
The Soufriere constituency was not spared and also suffered loss and destruction. But with grit and determination, we locked our hands together to rebuild our lives and our community. We have shown as a people that we are overcomers and committed to working towards the further development of our constituency. My dear constituents, your energy, love, and focus gives me the drive to continue to work to see growth in our constituency to further improve your quality of life.
He reflected on initiatives implemented in his constituency throughout the past year.
In education, this administration provided free transportation for our school children, free school books and uniform, school feeding programs. All these initiatives in the education sector are driven by government's goal of rebuilding a knowledge-driven society. As this goal has been pursued, parents are assisted in meeting the financial cost incurred in ensuring that children attend school. With respect to infrastructure, improvement of road network in our constituency, making both driving and walking safer and more comfortable, and enhancing the aesthetics of our communities. In tourism, changes to the Soufriere Scottshead Marine Reserve, opening of the Colibri Hotel in 2016, and the construction of another in the heights of Soufriere. Beautification of tourism sites, Champagne, Bois-Cotelet Estate, Soufriere Sulphur Spring, the Scottshead Inlet. These valuable assets in the constituency are being transformed into attractive tourism products, providing sustainable jobs for the constituents. In agriculture and fisheries, the construction of 8 fiberglass boats with engines to be handed over to fishermen of the constituency in 2016. Assistance to fishing gears to our fisher folks. Assistance to farmers in the form of fertilizers. The constituency is continuing to make a steady contribution to the nation's food security and growing the agriculture and fisheries sector. In housing, assistance continues in the constituency with over 50 persons, consisting mainly of single mothers and the elderly, who have received assistance to improve their homes.
He spoke to the rebuilding which has begun.
I have the responsibility of leading the ministry charged with the lead role in attending to rebuilding of the country. It is the responsibility filled with challenges, but with your prayers and support, I believe we'll reap a harvest of success in the new year.
And that's the English news. Coming up next, Creole highlights with McPherson St. Luce.
Alors tout le monde, bienvenue à cette nouvelle Creole. Non, moi c'est McPherson St. Luce. Premièrement, organisation Dominica Ontario vient nous voir assister Dominique pour rebâtir pays après Erica. Même organisation la Française Del Sol présente le gouvernement et puis un chèque $75,000 Canada pendant une présentation bon matin là. Mon la qui a une position comme premier ministre Honorable Justin Charles, pour madame secrétaire ministre Development Community Sylvanie Burton et puis madame Del Sol même attendait cérémonie bon matin là. Mon la qui a une position comme premier ministre Honorable Justin Charles, bien plaisir pour donation là.
Bon matin là, nous ni avec nous Miss Frances Del Sol. Frances Del Sol c'est au monde Guambé mais en Dominicien en Canada avec toute organisation il travaille avec au Canada. Yo vini ensemble avec yo raise $75,000 avec yo bon matin là il présente chèque ça là pour Permanent Secretary Ministry of Social Services pour gouvernement avec l'agence là qui aide en développement en reconstruction en pays là après tropical storm Erika.
Honorable Charles dit on grand merci à ce compte gouvernement.
Avec nous les dix Français, avec toute organisation la diaspora, comment nous apprécier contribution na yo continuer faire pour nous en Dominique. Nous savons Dominique t'est affecté un mauvais hard tropical storm Erika. Avec tout ce monde la diaspora travail wed pour make sure depuis le temps de storm là, yo commencé travailler avec yo tout travail jusqu'à présent yo ka continuer travail avec yo ja promettre nous yo que continuer faire ça yo ni pour faire pour aider nous en développement en mener Dominique vie comment était avant tropical storm Erika. So nous savons travail ouais avec nous ka dit merci avec Jordi là nous taper un check tout ça 75 mais mon savier il me fait un check $5,000 pour chances et la semaine passée il va grotto on l'autre $5,000. So nous les dit merci autant.
À la nouvelle, ministère agriculture Honorable Johnson Drago qui a fait parole que l'année là tenu autant challenge. Quand même ministère qui a gardé l'année là qu'on plusieurs bagailles pour place en secteur là qui affecte habitants. Il mentionne saison Kawem qui était bien affecté Dawe et puis les gym. Maladie Black Sigatoka aussi bien affecté secteur fig et puis banane. Pendant sous pays affecté par un mauvais bête yo créé skill insect. À de tout challenge salam, ministère là a complémenté habitants pour travail d'ailleurs. Ministre Drago dit gouvernement qui continue travail et puis FAO, Kadi et puis Dexia l'année prochaine. Ministre là a aussi fait commitment travail et puis People's Republic of China, Cuba, Venezuela, Morocco et puis Ecuador pour bénéficier pays là. Avancement aussi voué en secteur livestock et puis pêcheur. À la nouvelle, travail bien formidable pour place à ces facilités sport en grand fond pour accommoder activités sport. Parole cela sorti en membre parlement Honorable Ivor Stevenson. Honorable Stevenson fait parole qui facilite cela qui est ouvert l'année prochaine.
Avec Plainfield, là, c'est un bagage nous toujours faire dans la constituents ça là. Et puis, nous j'ai parlé assez autant les Plainfield enfants. Et puis, des temps m'a passé, ça nous devons faire en les Plainfield enfants. C'est pour mettre en cricket pitch. So, actuellement, il y a un cricket pitch en les gros Plainfield là. So, nous parlons, nous allons jouer tout seul football et puis rondas. Nous qui ça jouer ball en les Plainfield ça là. Parce nous les ouvert Plainfield ça tout de suite et puis quand l'année neuf là commencé nous allons ouvrir Plainfield ça là et puis nous les monde enfants et puis tous ces jeunes monde là taper croyo à la différentes sporting activities parce que nous sommes sporting qui bien bon pour la communauté et puis nous les engage tout jeunes monde à la communauté pour taper croyo à différents sports et pas football tout seul nous les monde jouer ball nous les monde jouer rondas volleyball netball et puis toutes ces différents bails ça là. Donc, à c'est un bel Plainfield et puis mon village là content.
Et puis finalement, le ministère de l'Éducation, Honorable Peter Saint-Jean, qui a fait parole qui a gardé l'année là qu'on l'année qui secteur éducation tapé autant succès et puis qui a gardé devant pour plus avancement pour le ministère l'année prochaine. Honorable Saint-Jean fait parole cela pendant l'adversaire pour l'année là. Ministre Saint-Jean mentionné étudiants qui tapé au succès examination CISEC, examination State College Dominique et puis Université Wallater où la étudiant Dominique a attendu. Honorable Saint-Jean aussi mentionné provision tablette que le gouvernement peut tuer par chaque étudiant de l'école secondaire et puis State College Dominique. Le ministère a aussi mentionné programme TVET en parmi d'autres bagailles. Messieurs, mesdames, ça c'est tout pour nouvelles en créole pour à présent. Non, moi c'est McPherson, Luce. Au revoir.
An announcement from the Housing Division. The following persons are asked to visit the Housing Division, which is now located on the middle floor of the former DBMC building on the corner of Goodwill Road and Charles Avenue at the earliest convenience. Of Fokole, Anne Mary Wade, Cecile Wade, Emmanuel Edwards, better known as Mitchison Edwards, Margaret Pear, and Patrick Isaac. Bernard Artidor from Yander, Carlisle Gregoire, Gloria Henderson, Russell Benjamin, Otis Nicholas, and Gerard and Elaine Angol of Yampi Stock Farm. Jomo Kanya Hilton, Julietta St. Rose, and Nicole Charles. Desmond Clark and Keith Richards of Tarish Pete, Vincent Loda of Gutta Tarish Pete, and Joseph Prevost and Novena Lockhart of Casa Bruce. Coming up next, today's tip. To conserve water in your garden, put a layer of mulch around trees and plants. Mulch will slow evaporation of moisture while discouraging weed growth. Adding 2 to 4 inches of organic material such as compost or mulch will increase the ability of the soil to retain moisture. And that's all for this edition of National Focus. We always welcome your suggestions and comments. Drop us an email at gis@dominica.gov.dm or visit our website news.gov.dm. Like our Facebook page, facebook.com/GISNewsDominica, and follow our Twitter at GIS Dominica. You can also catch up on past National Focus newscasts on our GIS Dominica YouTube channel. From all of us here on the GIS News production team, I'm Jarna Hector. Thank you for watching and join us again next time on National Focus.